Okay, I'm just setting up things again. I'm a bit late apparently, unfortunately. There won't be music today because dub track is still broken and I don't want to set up another source. Well, I could probably... No. The other laptop has all the music, so we can't do this easily, unfortunately. But let's see. Twitch. I tried fixing Emacs as well just now. Make the line wrapping right. I probably should just spend more time on this. Kind of unfortunate that sometimes we can't see everything that's there on stream. But yeah. Oh, I also didn't open up Chatterino yet. How about that? Chatterino, there you go. Excellent. There. Okay, we don't have music unfortunately. The bot is already running. Dashboard title, yeah, fixed that. It's no longer closure. We'll do that next week again. It'll be fun. Actually, like I think a lot of people are interested in closure. Like on stream there weren't that many people watching, but it may be just time or something. Or unknownness in general, I guess. Beverage. Yes, I should do that, wait. It'll be cut out on YouTube. Haha. But I just poured a drink. Chat, we have that category. Build shit. Yeah, we already have all that stuff. Okay, excellent. We're ready. So today we're gonna work on Raster again. That's the plan. I made a new prelude and we have a lot of warnings because of that, but we're gonna ignore those for now because I actually wanna make I wanna improve Raster. I wanna improve user experience, and there are like a couple of little things that just need a bit of tweaking, I think, to make writing times work better. And decided to not implement the update delete stuff because it's destructive and it will fix itself for users. Like I think they will understand if they delete stuff and there's still some stuff hanging around. Like the following week it will be gone, so that's fine. I think it's fine how it works right now. It's like it's not that big of a deal to spend much time on. Yeah, I'm talking about the if we delete a place at the moment in the roster thing, right? We have this place overview. I'm not sure if it's here. Yeah, it is. And if we delete like this one, for example, it will still linger around here because someone is already planted here, and it's attached to the roster entry as well. What I wanted to do before was basically make this consistent, but I thought about it for a bit and I decided that it's pretty well. It's not that hard to do, but it will take like maybe an hour or two, and it's just not worth spending my time on because it will fix itself after a while, and I don't think that people will mind that much anyway. So it's not worth 2 hours, that's what I mean. That's what I'm getting at. We need to do only things that are actually worth our time, right? That's what making a startup is all about. Spend your time wisely. Spend your time wisely. Yeah. Okay, excellent. That's all good. Yeah, this is me trying to figure out Emacs. I thought if I disable this thing, it will wrap, but it doesn't. So yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But we can go to this. Yeah, let's actually go to the to-do list first. So what this means for me that I'm ignoring that one feature is that the plan overview per room, this bug is no longer a bug. Well, it's still a bug, but we can move it out of here and just call this entire feature done, basically. Bug restaurants we still know about the places after delete. So that's not a bug, it's done. But, well, it's still a bug, but we'll record it in the backlog and we'll fix it another time. We'll fix it in the future at some point. Never. That means never. We'll acknowledge that the problem exists and then completely ignore it forever. And this entire feature is done. Hooray! That took us just 3 weeks, and I thought I would finish it in the first week. So yeah, how about that? How about that? Then again, like we made our architecture more better. Yes, more better. Also, let's make an advertisement on Twitter. Actually, make an advertisement. I'm streaming roster again. Advertisement. Time. Probably doxing people again, but that's fine. Streaming now. Epic web development with Haskell. Full stack Haskell. Maybe we should put that in the title. Like that's one of my most one of the posts that did best on Reddit when I started talking about full stack Haskell. I feel like a lot of people actually want to do this kind of stuff. You know, have the entire code base be type checked. Right, and this is This is me attempting, this window I still have it open from last time, but this is me attempting to, it's beautiful. It's me attempting to fix all the warnings, because now we're using a custom prelude. And the custom prelude has a bunch of default exports, which makes my life a bit easier. That's not why I wanted to do it. What I wanted to do was take control over my prelude. I wanted to fix these functions. Oh, I also wanted to do division, by the way. I want to do division as well. You need to have A. And you can have divisions that are not that. Which they're all. I bet they all implement that eq thing. C float, C double. Package not found. Okay, great. We don't know if it's eq. It probably is, but we don't know. You can probably Google it and find it. Let's go C float Haskell. So they're using the underlying C types for speeds. Haskell cares about speed, so they do this stuff. But it implements eq. So we probably can get away with doing that. I think we have to. We have to for safety. Yeah. So let's do that then. Let's do eq. We'll just add it. I saw a new way of doing this, by the way. You can do curry. It's kind of unfortunate. I wonder if this will find anything. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Saro? Look at this. We have a custom prelude. And I fixed all these division errors everywhere, and now homework. Sucks, man. Oh, so actually you made the bot before doing homework. It's kind of funny. I know it's probably Java homework or something, right? I was delayed by 1 week in doing that. 1 week is fine. Oh, you spent a week on that? I actually did the same thing in college. It's like always having side projects and then focusing completely on that instead of homework. Also, this homework isn't that soon in terms of deadline. Just couldn't work on it for. Oh, okay, I see. You're being delayed by other people or something. Yeah, but you should focus on your. Like, I usually learn more from my own projects than from homework. From maybe. How do we solve this? We'll just give you 0 money. This is the difference between the app actually crashing and we'll give you -1 money. How about that? That's a better error. Like, you know that something is up if you see -1 money. Couldn't work on this when you get Scala and Java passes. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Not compiling. I need to fix all the divisions. Because I made my own custom prelude, right? And they all end up with maybes now. Because I don't want to ever have that divide by 0 exception ever again. So I'm basically overriding these default functions from reload with my own implementations. And then I import reload qualified to reference them. This is how I do it. Like, I hide the functions from X and then use my own prelude implementation. Actually, we should not do this. I just mentioned that and I didn't do anything about it. Scala and Java parsers, yeah, that's what I'm working on. Java parsers. Why would you write it in Java? Oh, you're allowed to do Scala? Quotes. Actually, they're almost in here, I guess. Using Java parsers with Scala. Undergraduate thing. Or like your thesis or something. Supposedly. Okay, cool. Yeah, but why would you use Java then? Like, don't you get a lot of choice in what? No, I didn't get a lot of choice either. Come to think of it, I had to use an existing code base which was written in Java, and I was so annoyed by that. Because back then I really liked Scala. Back then I was a functional programming noob, and you know, coming from Java, discovering Scala was pretty amazing. Pretty cool. FP noob. Yeah. What does trunc mean? Real frac. Oh, you just need to fmap into that. And it's worked. Hi Contorin, what's up, man? Oh, look at all these beautiful warnings. This is because Reload is exporting a bunch of things themselves, like proxy apparently. Yeah, we can close this. We should fix all these warnings at some point as well. It's gonna be so annoying. I wanted to use set for this, but I couldn't get to match on new lines. What's live? So Sour, how do you like Scala versus Haskell? Remove dependency on specific data providers. Ah, okay. These are the... Okay. I know this is like a function type signature. Yeah. And then you can like provide instances for set delegate. They're named as well, right? Queries maybe? DB command. Oh, you're actually doing the... you're doing sort of like tagless final style, I guess. This is similar to how Beam does it, I think. No, not this one. This is the wrong Beam core. This is this library has performed mitosis and has become a bunch of things. Yeah, completely type safe queries. But yeah, I'm distracted again, I guess. I'm making more generic by taking out specific types provider and using generic instead. I could explain it, but it's hard with the lags. This will be deleted and moved to DB class. I'm pushing languages to its limit here. Yeah, it reminds me of that profunctor optics in Java. Almost completely. You know you have lenses in Java? No, not JavaScript. Also JavaScript apparently. We have a prism. This is the definition of a prism. They're made by the Minecraft people. Some of them they were excited about Haskell. Yes, co-Cartesian, huh? It seems a bit sparse for a prism even. You get all this stuff. Or familiar letters even. They kept using the same letters as Komet used. What comes next? I remember the explanation being, okay, we needed to have a letter for state, which is S. And then, okay, we have another kind of state as output. So what comes after S? We have a T? Yes, okay, ST. Okay, now we need to have another bank of variables, whatever. That's why Minecraft limits are crap. Yes, exactly. You see my main type, it's a function to get state and then return a tuple of a result and state. Main type. What is it? This is yours, right? Yeah, DB monad. I'm just kind of confused about what part is doing the, you know, binding. Func. This is the right, yeah, this is the right repo. Main type. Oh. Oh, okay, so this is actually using it. Okay, excellent. I was actually having a, because if you use link, could you make things inside link? Because then you kind of have a monadic setup already for you, provided by language. I'm not sure if link is hackable, but if you would do that, then yeah, you're pretty close already. Behind the scenes, data providers connection transaction. It handles all the things related to data providers. Connection transaction. Right, because you need to set up like the connection, I guess. Yeah, we would call it a reader. Using it, this lib using it. Link as do blocks. Exactly. Yeah. db.cs. We have, oh, alright, this is the wrong browser. Wrong browser. db.cs. It tricked me. Right. I have the octo3 and the other one. Forgot how link worked. I remember having fun with it at some point, and then my classmates started pestering me about. This will be it, I guess. No, maybe. My classmates started pestering me about speed. They were hyper optimizing everything. Oh. Yeah, this looks like something designed by Microsoft. Let's use XML for documentation. That's a beautiful, wonderful idea. I don't know where it is. Too big. Workflow. Actually, give a talk about this on LambdaConf 2019. Oh wow. Let's set in my code. Oh cool, man. See you there then. But I don't think like the stream would be that informative because Chiroptical is new to it. I might take it from there to show him how set up my editors with Nix. That would be helpful for me as well. I couldn't get. Wait, what? What's going on tomorrow? No, it's next week, Saturday. I guess like after that I'll do the closure stuff, because it will be next week Saturday, and then the next stream will be starting at 4 my time, and then go until about 5 or 6, I guess. And then after that we're supposed to raid the other guy. That's the plan at least. Yeah, I'm actually planning to basically torture Corruptical with the basics by just letting him build his own different variations. It's kind of funny that you use Nix as well for C# stuff. Please, I'll be there to watch. Oh, I know. This is. Wait, it worked? Not just for your shop, but I will. It's a man with a mission. Okay, cool. We can enter GC idea again. Look at all the beautiful errors now, or the warnings we'll get. Because it's gonna rebuild everything. Like, the issue you have with C# is that there's proprietary base, and you kind of, you can't build everything from source anymore. You're gonna have a big project for electronically invoice that I'm planning, infrastructure it F#, C#, .NET Core, and Nix. Yeah, but like I mentioned, if you use C# and F# and .NET, I guess .NET Core is the open source one. I don't know. There are so many versions. I forgot. But if you can build everything from open source, it's much easier. Because otherwise, you still don't get really reproducibility. You're dependent on Microsoft to be consistent with their libraries and header files. And since they do like a weekly update, they're not consistent at all. Weekly, I think. Yeah, weekly even. Yeah. So for reproducibility, that's like a big issue. Then again, like I have trouble with making my own setup be reproducible, because they're just like these little edge cases. For example, what are you doing, man? Created so many packages with Nix. I think I become efficient in it. Well, that's good. I'm not at all efficient in it. I'm mostly doing this by just guessing around and yeah, this thing, this GTAD thing, it's not pinned to any package at all. So this technically is not reproducible. But since it's actually modifying my Cabal files, my entire codebase doesn't become reproducible at the dev setup at least. It is for deployments, I think, pretty sure. Because I fixed the Nix ops. Go to deploy. I have a Nix op shell now. Nix op shell. And this is like using the packages path, which is defined by reflex. So I'm using the Nix packages from reflex. And my entire pin is pointing to reflex. Why do you hate me? Something to use module main prelude, which is not loaded. No. What? It's annoying because this changed with the prelude. I just have a bunch of warnings now. I didn't have any warnings before. And I disabled the W error thing as well, because I didn't want to spend so much time fixing all the warnings. I should probably be able to fix this with a script. But I don't want to spend time on that right now. I want to do stuff. Yeah. So... yes. Are you like depending on a custom base or something? Backend.yaml, huh? This is working. Oh, I'm not using this. I'm using Cabal REPL, right? It's something completely different. Completely different. What are you doing, man? New REPL. Cabal new REPL. GC options. Right, GTI is working because we're not in a project. Makes sense. I bet there's like a HPAC command for specifying the prelude. prelude. And you can hide the prelude module from base and then rename an alternative prelude to prelude. But it doesn't need to be imported. That's what I did. Right, you need to have a target as well for your REPL. New REPL test unit. Now you need to build everything again because we changed the debug flags. I was building with debug before and now we're building without debug. And I did that because I want to have the development build always be the same. Otherwise the JavaScript build will be different from the other one. And I need to have the debug stuff to debug my JavaScript code because there's no source maps, so I need to do other stuff. I should fix these as well. Let's just fix some of these. Score. Wait, what? Proxy. But yeah, waiting for this. Let's open up. I wanna make a drawing. Make a beautiful drawing. Maybe with Krita. I wanna keep this one. No, we should restart. Yeah, let's just do like 800 by 800 or something. Maybe we need to even do this in Inkscape, but whatever. Okay, excellent. So, raster. This is what raster does. This is how my project is set up, right? We have the backend. We used to have it like this. We had to have we have the backend. We have the common module. Okay, I need to make smaller. Hey, I'm confused about the key bindings. So we have the backend here. Then we have a common module here. And we have the front end here. What we're doing is this is dependent on common. This is dependent on common. But with help of common, we can communicate between the two. So that's like a pretty standard setup, I suppose. So let's see how they do communication. They can talk to each other. Let's have a different line for this. Dynamisch. Oh, I know, we'll just use this. We can talk. And we can talk backwards. With help of this communication we decided, right? This is servant and whatever, and just datas. Okay, excellent. This is how it used to be. We're not doing that anymore because at the moment we have the backend is doing server-side rendering, which means that all this stuff is actually part of this massive, big-ass backend project as well. This is all the same thing, actually. It's all within backend. So yeah, backend, save, close. Backend, front end, save, close. This is not a perfect tool to do this, I suppose, but whatever. And then we have like common. Okay, now building this shit is interesting because we have one compiler that does this part, which is all JavaScript, right? Oh, it crashed. Oh my god. I'm never gonna use that tool again. What language or frameworks are you using? This is all Haskell. Main.prelude. Which is not loaded. What does it mean? Interactive. And then you also have the communication that goes like that, and then both ways, right? Okay, Inkscape, you're amazing. Yeah, just curve or whatever, and then, you know, be like dotted. Well, be bigger. Inkscape is excellent for this, actually. And then, you know, you can make arrows out of it. Excellent. So that's like communication, and it's straight on, like hard linked. And then, you know, wrong way around. Guess this is the other way around. Oh, No, what is? Okay, cool. Yeah, that seems about right. Is this procrastinate? No, I was explaining something. It's not procrastinate. I wanted to explain the setup of the project because it's complicated as fuck. And then like, okay, this is true for development build, but then I also have the Nix stuff going on, right? Which is a whole different level of insanity because first of all, we do this JavaScript stuff, then GHC stuff as well. I don't know if I can show this. Right, so we just inherit this as a package front end, the project and the CSS stuff. But then we also put it into a builder. Put it in the builder, and the builder does some pre-prep. For example, we just copy over the binary from the JavaScript and the web service and prepare it to be put into the final deployment. And then like we also compress all the stuff inside public with Broadly. So this is like hyper like this is Broadly going wild basically. The strongest compression you can do with Broadly. So like everything that's running here is much better compressed than you would have on your average website. Just because I was afraid that the massive size of the JavaScript binary would become a problem. So yeah. Oh, it's actually caching it. Right, we also have super aggressive caching with Nix itself. So the JavaScript file is also cached with Nix. Which is, you know, yeah, like we get this weird ass name. The size is, transfer size is like this. But the actual size is maybe like 2 megs or something. Can I see more information about this thing? Yeah, I don't know. Like in Firefox, you can see the difference pretty well. Let's use Firefox. It'll be slow, but that's not a big deal because I just want to show it. How aggressive Broadly is. And that's because it's pre-compressed with Nix. So the actual thing is 6 MB large, but then because we throw in compression, oh my god, just don't cache it, okay? Can I please? Can I like throw it out of cache with this thing? Resend. Yeah, there you go. Like the actual transfer is 780 MB. So this is like a compression of 70 to 80%, which is, you know, pretty good, pretty good. And the other thing we do is use the closure compiler on the resulting binary, so it's even more compressed. Which is, I have it in scripts, I think. Closure, yeah. So like using the closure compiler to get rid of all the redundant code and crap that GCGS is producing, and making even a smaller binary out of it. It's still pretty big, but like the size of the binary is not really the issue I'm having. I'm just having an issue with the slowness of GHC. That's the big problem I'm having at the moment, and I don't really know how to solve. And if I would solve that, then it would be an amazing setup. Then it would be an amazing setup, but not at the moment. It's not that good. Yeah, this is so like this compression stuff is also cached by Nix as well. But we're using Reflex to figure out if this thing is if we need to rerun this thing, I guess. Yeah. Does the backend and frontend reference comments? Yes, indeed. Nice. Do you manage Haskell dependencies with Nix or Stack or Cabal? Dependencies are all done by Nix. They should be done by Nix at least. So all this stuff is in a HPAC file, and then I'm using Cabal to Nix to generate a default.nix, which is then interpreted by that default.nix provided by Reflex. So Reflex figures out how to manage dependencies. I just use Reflex stuff to override things and make it build again. For example, some of these libraries, they have unit tests, and turns out that unit tests don't really work on GHCGS. So they just don't expect you to run unit test. They don't expect you to run Haskell unit test on your GHCGS frontend. So they don't like a node environment. And then I often need to disable the unit test to make it work. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, I don't really know what to do about it. Except like just fixing the test on all the libraries here, but there's a lot of them, so I won't do that. I meant Cabal to Nix. References, comments, the arrow, your diagram is reversed. This roster entry thing, for example, it's used everywhere. And if this thing changes, then it will give compile errors everywhere in the app where it's being used, which is just really nice. So like type checking becomes more powerful because the thing you're type checking is bigger. Like the boundary of your application gets pushed outward even farther, and so like the advantage you get from type checking becomes stronger. And if you would do something like with Elmo pure script, you still have a weirdness between the communication layer, I think. So yeah, I wouldn't like I would probably look into Elm. Sounds pretty good, but then you also need to figure out how to do backend. As I can rest tonight. Like there are a couple of languages that can do this I'm aware of, which is Rust for one, Haskell can do it, Scala can do it, and JavaScript. Probably a couple more I missed, but I would look at those. I would I would really wonder how different my app would be if I would do it in Rust instead of. It's compiling again everything. I don't know why it's doing it like this. It can't cache apparently if you go to the REPL. You know what? Maybe we should just build a test instead as a target. To go, thanks. Yeah, see you later, man. Wonder. No music today. Not by my choice, but there you have it. Yeah, this is kind of an annoying issue. Attempting to use module main prelude. Doesn't this mean I need to load that or something? Load. Lib there, download there, data doc, HTML there. Enable library vanilla. Package DB. The fuck? It's not loaded, it says. I don't know what it means. Attempting to use module is not loaded. Couple new REPL GTI can't load other source files properly. GTI 8.8 and Cabal 3 installed behavior is completely unchanged. I can browse the module loading it. This isn't related to current Word directory. GTI seems to load the example fine, but somehow goes bananas after it. Can't load the prelude module. I know for a fact GTI works. As Cabal doesn't give the ability to pass only GTI flags, use Cabal doesn't give the ability to only GTI flag at the moment. Use Cabal REPL or Cabal new REPL to get a command line. If no implicit prelude is specified, GTI doesn't implicitly load prelude. What? It's fragile, it seems. He solved it, but he didn't specify how to use it with the Cabal stuff. Why did I do this? We could first go to there. Then Nginx has a reverse proxy. Well, Nginx does two things, right? We have the reverse proxy for servant, which is here. And then the other thing, which is static assets, which are here. So some parts of the request, let's not call it slash, let's call it rec then. Rec. So we have that, we have that, we have that. Right, and then we are in servant, huh? And that's a big one. That is a big one. It's kind of confusing actually, because we have the servant stuff, which will do some HTML result. And we have another thing, which is here, which is the JavaScript stuff. Yeah. No, I want to do line color like that. Excellent. Yes. JavaScript stuff. There. Let's see. Nginx here. JavaScript. Static app assets. So the JavaScript doesn't do anything on server side, so it's static. But on client side, it will actually do things. It's kind of weird how that works. But yes. And then we have servant. But the actual, like, so these are both based on this same code base, right? So we have servant, which is like basically a big lookup table for entry points. You got like slash, and you got like I don't know, got like you can call it like age/or API, and then roster. We can look at it. Version 1 prepend all prepend all version. So it's like API 1, and then if you're public or if you're authenticated, you're different. So maybe you have another A for authenticated, and then you know me. Like those all map to different functions. It's a lookup table. Trivial. Type level lookup table. This thing shares, it calls the same function as this thing will call on loading. So that's like the main or something? I don't know. Render HTML, huh? That's like the HTML widget. No definitions found for HTML widget. I bet it exists. No. It's not the HTML widget. What I'm talking about. It's like main. Yes. We have test, and then we have front-end widget main. And this is the main reflex app. And we use some trickery to make it have a spinner, for example, on loading. But only on server side. And if we finally load the JavaScript, it will disappear. So yeah, this is all going to raster front-end widget main. Dot main. So you have both this thing. Oh, okay. So we need to go to that. And then we can go to that. Excellent. Wow, nice arrow. They go to the same source. This is for an artifact from doing the SSR. So yeah, we have the same code rendering the HTML as well as the JavaScript. It's the same source. Can I make it smaller? 22, 18, I suppose. There you go. On the end, you need to have an arrow, and same for you. The other way around, huh? Other way around. This stuff goes to database, so that's like another layer, I suppose, of the app. So we can do this, I think. Let's try make GCI. We're not using GCI at all. I don't know why this would work, but Kabel REPL apparently is similar to that. Like you can't really chain them together. That's like my main gripe. Prelude. Okay, excellent. That's a beginning, I guess. Set X no implicit prelude. First write the GSFL. Kabel doesn't use GCI flags. At the moment use Kabel REPL to get a command line X no implicit prelude. This works because no implicit prelude is specified by GCI doesn't implicitly load prelude. Reload to prelude.h hasn't imported. Well, that didn't work. Maybe directive no implicit prelude. Maybe if we do it like this. No implicit prelude. Probably works. Probably. It still has two. No? Maybe it doesn't. I mean, head is a function from prelude. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Which it should be ambiguous because we have two preludes. Apparently we don't have two preludes. I have no idea. So yeah, we can just pass a flag to GTID, I guess. This is just getting stuck on these tools. It's really annoying. It's the Haskell experience. I think we can pass a command to prelude to GTI with this. No, we can't. Setup commands pass GTI on SCDN. Usually set something. So what I want to know is Can I do as... Like, can I do multiple of these? I think I can. We only need one though. Well, maybe not actually. Set no implicit prelude. And then it should figure it out because we have it running correctly everywhere. Let's try that. Crap tools. What's the star? Yeah, but it's part of the Haskell experience. Exactly. It should just work. Why doesn't it work for DHCI, but it does work for the other stuff? It does work for DHC, but not for DHCID for some reason. Main prelude. I mean, we got a bunch of diagrams out of this. Hooray! We know how request works, even though, you know, it's probably not that interesting at all. Deployment is kind of interesting, maybe. Why did I write the request one? The boring one. I'm running out of diagrams. Just work, damn it. So let's add another S, I guess. Another S which does... Alright, like part of the reason why this is so slow to test is because we keep exiting and entering the next shell, which is not that clever to do. So let's just copy over this command and do it outside of the, well, inside the shell, but. Okay. What is going on? New REPL. Oh my god. It's the command you're doing before. Why are you even doing that? We fixed that, right? Yeah. Don't do that. The command to run GT options. I can just pass it GT options, right? That's insane. And now we have this. Now we have this. Because Kabel is just a dumb wrapper around GT, right? Okay, excellent. Wait, all packages, they say. No implicit prelude. Oh, I know. We need to... Wait, what? This actually does something. Cannot be found locally, huh? Maybe we need to do that from that subfolder. Maybe we need to do this from backend, and then it works. Right, and now this doesn't work because we don't have the spell in here. So we need to copy over GTI to here. Are you shitting me? So it works. Kabel is just a shallow front end for GHC. All this time we've been using Kabel and we could have just gotten rid of it. What am I doing with my life? And what's more is we can use GHC directly for GHC ID. Entirely bypassing Kabel. No, but what I bet we can do actually is we did it before. We did this before. No, not this massive one. We did the Kabel new REPL GC options thing, right? So let's just reverse search REPL. Yeah, it's a bit buggy because we pasted a fuck ton of things. Yeah, we can just copy it from here, I guess. Let's see if this works. Like, I don't want to deal with this long command. Maybe we could probably grab it out if we wanted to, but let's try to keep on using Kabel because it's a lot of stuff. Right, so it doesn't like that because needs to build everything first, huh? No package given for the current directory. Use the target all for the packages. Right, we didn't target the test unit thing. Alright, it's still failing on it because it's a GHC option instead of a GHCI option. GHC option instead of a GHCI option. Don't you just have GHCI options? It seems so dumb to not have that. No. Recognize command REPL with option GTI option. So we get it to work, but only if we hack it. Like, we can use Kabel to generate the command for us, and then stick that command into. It's literally using GHC. GHCI is in is a front end for GHC even. Just GHC interactive, and then linking all that stuff to it. But fragile, it seems. Yes, because now I need to hack around it. Now I need to use that -v thing to find this. Like, we need to fill once first, then get out the command. It's ridiculous. Wait, what? Still failing. The GTID provides a way to set the flag to no prelude. So maybe we can just use GTID for this, after all. This is so hacky. So let's look for GTID. And then the only thing we're gonna do is that set no implicit prelude and hope that everything else works. It should do it correctly. It's the only thing you can do. No, now it's failing on that again. God. No, but you said to me you would pass it to. Oh right. There's still the no implicit prelude there in the GC options. We shouldn't do that. That's a mistake. So the set thing is only passed to GCI or REPL maybe. How to REPL now? No, we can't even do that to REPL. I think. Flags. It does say flags. Back and test. Module main cannot be found locally. But I import it. You need to load it or something? What does set I do? No more, just reload it. How do you load source files? We're just gonna ditch like Kabel new REPL, I think, at this point, and use GTI directly, which will be hard because it's a complicated piece of tech. In the main function, given arguments, add, complete, dev. I'm really frustrated at this point, by the way, with the toolchain. Set I, option interactive evaluation. Display names to find module mod. Can do auto completion. Thanks. What I need. It's kind of unfortunate because I was really happy with the progress of the custom prelude, and then this happens. Okay, maybe we'll just use the old way of building for now, and then I'll figure out how to do this another time. Because I got something to work. I don't want to use that, so I need to just figure out how GTID works. But I'll do that off stream, and we can just use the file watch, which is reliable as fuck, by the way. It's more reliable than the stupid GTI thing. Because this is just it's really simple. It's a really simple script. I don't think I added the make native after build thing to the file watch. This is why I keep it around, by the way. If Haskell fails you, then you can still rely on the good old fashioned file watch. Oh, you're actually doing that, huh? I'll do this instead. After native build. Yeah, do the better one. Yeah, I could have done something useful, but instead I just ended up fighting all the time with Prelude. Got some diagrams though. That's good. I want to add these to stream. Bitmap.png, exactly. This is like GCS. GC.png. Wait, what? Oh. Excellent. We got diagrams. This is still failing, huh? Apparently you can add as many images as you want, so let's use that. Oh, it's too big. Can you become bigger? Oh wow, it really doesn't like me. Ugh. Okay, I'll figure it out another time. I can just rescale it if I want to, anyway. So yeah, we're giving up on that DHCID thing for now, and we're actually gonna fix a bug. How about that? Fix a bug. Oh right, we're still doing for JavaScript probably. Problem with module re-export. The module DHC event is not exported by any suitable package. Did not find expected comment or line break. Scanning block scalar. Okay, I fucked something up then. Maybe it's like this. Base. Oh my god. How annoying is this? I try to have a nice thing and then everything is slapped into my face. This is why I can't have nice things. Haskell hates me. Oh, it did not find expected comment or line break while scanning a block or scalar. 58 in backend. Let's just fix that then. Let's just fix that before fixing the other things. 58. Right, they all need to be the same thing, I suppose. Oh, okay. Dependencies. Okay, I need to... You can't mix them apparently. Or something. You know what? I bet you can do this. Or like the indentation is wrong or something. Who knows? Who knows? This is the kind of problems I don't even want to think about. This is the kind of problems that basically stop people from doing programming at all because it's just so dumb and annoying. Actually, I had a friend that had a little monologue about why he thought this is the reason why girls don't do programming a lot, because you get this annoying kind of shit being thrown at you. I disagree, but I mean it's a fair point. That's like I think people stop doing programming because you get this random shit going on with tools. Not even the program itself, it's the tools around it. I think we had a similar issue with the HackerRAN. His software sucks, exactly. That's the one thing I learned as a beacon programmer. All software sucks. Badly. Maybe it's this thing. Who knows? Maybe you need to be like this. 58. You know, you can also make a list like this. Not comma. You wanna have a comma, huh? All right, I remember. You can do this as well. Jeez. I don't know. I'm trying to make the JavaScript work with a custom prelude. This is not like I gave up on the other problem, right? I gave up on getting GTID to work. I completely gave up, and now it says like, oh, I don't know, like I'm missing GT events. It's not, nothing is re-exporting. What's wrong with you? And I'm suspecting this package is just broken somehow. I don't know how, but it is probably. I don't know. Small brain. What? 84? Oh, it's a make file on 84. Okay. What's saying on 58? Did not find expected comment or line break. Oh, it's actually even give me the column. So we can go to 0, which is the beginning, and then do 12L to get the right column, and it's there. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right, I don't have any more dashes now. We need to have a dash. We have a dash at 1, 2, and then this. am I doing? Of course it's like this. Command line. I bet this is not allowed. 59! Hooray! Did not expect a comment or line break while scanning for a block or scalar. Sorry, the word dynamic means nothing else than reflex. Exactly. It's kind of funny. He starts talking about reflex and we having problems with events. But they're not reflex events, they're GHC events. I'm just very upset. Sorry, GHC sucks. I find out that other compilers by feature stability etc. by quite a bit, and interesting, all languages had about equal performance to Rust, with Haskell being about 5 times slower. And Clojure doesn't even look nice. I don't know, like it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I like my bot being bashy about Haskell. Thanks, bot. This is what I'm expecting of you. Keeps the conversation going. So this bot continuously learn? No, it's every, like I can, wait, this is like a comma. I don't know, I just don't understand YAML at all. What the fuck? Mix in, hide in. It's not even like crashing on 59, it's crashing on version. Oh, it doesn't say duplicate field dependencies. I thought you could mix these though. I'm pretty sure you can. That's maybe good. Did not find the expected command or line break while scanning a block or scalar. So do we even have, we have a version, right? Name mixin base version. Name base version that 59. Maybe I need to prevent all of these with the name. Or you can try it. Oh my god, please just... Is it because of mixin? No. These are equivalent. Parallel passing keys name not present. You said they were equivalent. I bet mixin this doesn't work. Maybe it's called different than version as well. Name base. Did not find expected comment on line break while scanning for block, or scanning a block or scalar. 5914. This is 59 and then we go to 14. Bigger than. It's bigger than that. Invalid constant. I mean, we can just delete it, I guess. I just don't know why. Mapping values are not allowed in this context. Didn't find it comment the expected line break. Or are you like too far out or something? I don't know. We learned Clojure yet? No, I'm doing. I'm learning YAML at this point. We'll do a Clojure again next week, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday I'll have first a collab stream and then afterward we'll fight with Clojure for a bit. I'm still bad at Clojure, unfortunately. YuppieBot is amazing. I stole YuppieBot from Toding, you know. We'll work tomorrow on Hypernode again. If you have any ideas, then I'm all ears, actually. We have a list of things to do. I need to make a stupid bot too. You can use Hypernode. It's really easy. Alright, what's in that list? You can actually look at online. I should add a command for that, actually. copy/twitch, then plants. Happy when doing closure. What is that? Is that a joke? Wait, I'll first add a command, okay? Twitch. Hypernerd. Yeah, we'll call it Hypernerd. Where's the GIF? GIF. Excellent. I want to make a commit that's kind of acceptable. But, like, I want to look into this later, I think. But not this week. Like, I want to just basically postpone it for maybe a month. Yeah, let's fix the other ones as well. So it kind of builds for native, but it doesn't build for the reflex bullshit. So I either need to hack Nix or I need to do something else to make this work. I don't know what. I'm reading through real world halogen, the example source that is. Okay. I'll add it to the list. I guess that's another thing I want to do on Twitch then. Like, the nice thing about learning things on Twitch is that you can get help. It didn't work out yesterday, but yeah. Stream ideas. Halogen. Then pure script. I guess it's kind of false. It falls on the language review thing, but not really, because I need to learn it first before I can give it a review. It's like preparation for a review. How about that? How about that? So this kind of builds for native code, and we explained our setup today as well. Oh, we explained so many things. This is Markov. I'll show you the setup. This is my awesome. Yeah. Okay. So we have a backend that's native code, and then we have a common code base, which is like the protocol between the two. It allows them to talk with each other. And we have a front end, which is all reflex stuff. And then we can see that JavaScript compiler is only compiling these two things. And the native one is compiling everything, because it also needs to do server-side rendering. So yeah, that's that. It's actually really easy to explain if you have an image. I like images now. And like, this is the reason why we're failing on JavaScript part, because for some reason it really wants to have this thing. One thing I can try, I guess. Okay, I'm almost giving up. I'm almost giving up. But that's for shits and giggles. Not for real, but just for fun, I guess. For fun, we'll look if we can enter the what is the JavaScript shell? I used to do this all the time. Make enter JS. You don't like me? Why are the error messages are in Dutch? It's so weird. We'll just do make shells.gcjs, ghcjs, and then default.mix. That's fine. Oh, it's attributes, right? It's Nix. Oh my god. It's Nix that's failing. I'm so upset now. We're not even getting to the Haskell Lexer. You know, I bet I need to disable some more tests. What the fuck is this then? Because you can just use it. You can just use whatever effort. You can use base. That's fine. That's no problem. Configure base, no prelude. See base using base blah. Configure the component graph. Cast a die. Called it log problem with module re-export. The module DHC event is not exported by any suitable package. Occurs neither in the exposed modules of this package nor any of it built dependencies in the stanza library. The fuck is the stanza library? Nix show. I guess we can show the derivation even though you didn't build, because this is just a description of what you want to build. Nix show derivation. Derivation. Derivation? No, we can do this. We can do. We just have to believe. Derivation. Show is an unrecognized. There's help. How about that? Derivation. Okay, not derivation, but there. I did that. I did it the second time. That's probably the problem. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to achieve here. We're getting upset at base no prelude. I'm thinking several times I give up, and then, you know, sometimes I actually do give up, and then next day I come up with 10 other strategies to use it. Same thing with closure, actually. At the end of the stream, I think I said I wanted to give up on closure, and then I started, you know, basically dreaming about it and coming up with other solutions and ideas. One thing would be just to drop hacker rank. I think it's a bad way to learn development because it's just so bad tooling. Tooling is so bad. The only thing we need to do is add mixin. Actually, come to think of it, we don't even need to use HPAC for mixin because we can. Just do record. Yeah, that would also be a good idea. I'm not doing record first because I want to do the easy mode. Like record is even more niche. If you want to become a list boy, I want to become a list boy as well. Get a record. Let's first get like we'll finish the bot thing, which may take like 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then after that I'm like used to the parentheses, and we can move on to another one, maybe a record. We'll add it to the list as well, I guess. If I want to become a list boy, indeed. So now you hate me again. We already were here before. Ooh, just make version 2. 58. So you don't like this. But it's because you want to have a string or something. No. I don't know how to debug this. I don't know how to continue with this. I want this though. Not lazy map, we want to hide prelude. But this thing is actually generating Cabal code, right? So we could just directly add this to Cabal and it would work. Version. Oh, maybe mixin doesn't exist. That could be an issue. We could probably upgrade HPAC though. That should be trivial. Wait, what? Oh, you want to have a generated one first. Okay, whatever. This is, by the way, a big issue with Nix. You need to be able to enter the shell to check out your tools. Oh, it may actually be that, because makefile or grab HPAC. Oh, I think it's like called context for. Excellent! I remember things. So this is like it'll find things 4 lines around it, so it's easier to see what's going on. And we're doing this for updating Cabal. So we can just use this as a shell and see what version we've got. Come on. 32. Mixin was added in version 31. We're using version 32. So yeah, this should work. Name base mixin. I think I got it. I think you just can't combine. We did Reddit. I have no idea what the fuck I did, but we did it. We did it by just not giving up, never surrender, and spent hours on this. I'm a good employee. I'm almost crying. So yeah, like one of my stream ideas was to do language reviews anyway. And yeah, you can't really do the reviews if you don't do anything serious with it. I thought hacker rank may be a good idea, but it's not. It's not at all. So we'll actually build something with all of the languages. And I want to build different things as well, because I get bored. I get really bored. So the first thing we're gonna do with Clojure is build the rock, paper, scissors. It's actually like faster now somehow. I don't know. A message body? No, that's not it. I thought I had the messages widget. What's above it? Where is the comment? Oh, here, it's all the way here. Start time. Time right minutes work for 50. 0 clock. Oh, I see. Because it doesn't move up the day. It doesn't move up the day. It's a bug. So it doesn't move up the day and starts calculating the diff and it gets broken. So actually the bug is not here then. The bug is the fact that so this will be anytime this ending value is lower than this value, we need to increase the day by 1. We're not doing that at the moment. You can use prescript as backend as well. Use Haskell, I guess. My only concern with Reflex would be like that it's like one guy working on it. No, there are more people working on it. Like the project is pretty active. I say that 3 months ago, but yeah, there are more people. There's like a company behind and they sell this project as like there's also Reflex platform, right? So they're basically pushing this to banks and whatever. I wouldn't have, like, it feels that I'm the only one working with this, but I know for a fact that the company, Obsidian Systems or something, I think they're doing quite well. They're doing much better than I am. Yeah, much better. So yeah, and then like DHC.js itself is also like it has like adaptation. There's significant interest for that, especially like MISO apparently is popular. I don't know why, because if you would use that Elm architecture stuff, why wouldn't you just use, you know, Elm? But yeah, maybe they want to have a shared code base as well. I guess that makes sense if you already have a Haskell code base. But you know, the fact that you can kind of conquer the front end as well with Haskell and get the same kind of guarantees as you could get with backend, it's nice. Especially like considering how complicated front ends tend to become, it's really good to use Haskell. Or yeah, I guess you could do the same thing with PureScript. I don't know. I have no idea. I should look into PureScript more. I would like to have that row polymorphism in my records. I would like that, yes. And doing everything with type classes is a pain in the ass. You could pretend you have that with classy lenses, for example, but it's not as nice. I wonder if there would be a language extension. Why don't they have like close everything? So annoying. Oh, there's actually a proposal. Well, there you have it. Guys behind the reality are people at Slam Data. Yeah. I think they're like similar in popularity even. I like the idea of PureScript because they fix a lot of stuff which is sort of legacy in Haskell. Like they have better type classes and stuff like that. But what I really dislike about PureScript is the strictness. I want to have laziness. So neat. But then again, like I like weird ideas. Maybe that's the issue. Haskell and PureScript are basically the same language, hence why it took long to learn. You just have to learn the ecosystem intelligent, yeah. No strictness, huh? But it's like no reason to not try it out for. Maybe it's a lot easier to use than Reflex and, you know, future projects. I actually have maybe an idea for that then. Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. Right, we should fix that bug. At least I'll get one thing fixed and have a massive refactor. I mean, I even added that idea of, I didn't add it to do that, okay. I thought I added the custom prelude thing to my to-do list, but then in the afternoon I got really annoyed by the fact that I just realized I spent, I think, 2 or 3 hours figuring it back out. And it also made it to production, which is like the biggest thing for me, that I got a divide by 0 error into production. Even though like I should be aware of that kind of thing, now I'm always aware. So that's like why I went to that rampage. And basically broke everything, and I got a lot of motivation to do this stuff. Or not, I guess. Oh, it's because it was infix. Right. What am I doing? Okay, whatever. It's too complicated. Never mind. It works. It's perfect. Over doesn't exist. What was that one? There was like a programming language where they want to do something once and do it well or something. Oh, that was Unix. Right. Right. Yeah, maybe it's time to end the stream. Oh no, we fixed that bug. We fixed that bug and then we'll end the stream. Yes, I can do this. So what we actually want to do is update the... No, not break. And not yet. I'm gonna fix the bug. It's probably gonna take 10 hours more. The bug first. And I'm not even kidding. We wanna make this... Where is it? Oh, this is the wrong... It's also the wrong... It's the wrong roster. We want to fix this -24 thing. We know why it's broken. Yeah, it's gonna take it's probably gonna take 24 hours, to be honest. It's a really difficult bug. Really difficult bug because I don't know where it is. That's my main issue. I don't know where it is. I know I do some calculation somewhere for the ending time, and I think it's in this module. So we have update entry. Entry, edit entry pop-up, huh? And here, like using some function. Set def time right. Okay. I think that's like the update entry form, which is like the inner form for doing updates. Or just a work widget, that's it. Okay. And then the thing you're returning is a dynamic t update entry. Okay. Okay, so this is really all we want. Result dyn, huh? Result dyn is user entry dyn. User entry dyn is either const def entry it or update entry dyn. Update entry dyn is from the update entry widget. It gets an event of a time of day, event of a time of day. And what we're doing with that is actually making like custom error reporting, because this thing is broken all the fucking time. So I actually bit the bullet and did stuff, and I'm really happy I did, because it's always broken. Yeah, and that's why also there's all these comments, because this never works. This never works. Like, we have another issue with this. Cox total worked day. So what we're getting out of this is a roster entry. Finally. Or we get not set errors, right? This is like our error reporting scheme. And if we're filled somehow, we got getting these errors in here. And it doesn't accumulate. It's always like one of this or that, or all of them. That's fine. So the thing I need to fix then is entry time right. Right, this is how we're making a time right. And we're using the entry we're getting as dynamic. So it's all in set time right then. Excellent, we found it. And this is the issue. We're setting start date always to we're setting local day always to start day, but that's not correct, because if the end time is smaller than the start time, we need to +1 day. So that's we can do this here. We have end time, and that's like the local time, right? So if end time is smaller than local time of day, entry start time, then I guess we can keep you here start date prime, and we'll do like, we'll call you start date prime, and then we'll call you start date. So if the end time is smaller than local time of day start time, then we need to add the day add day start day prime 1. Else you can just use the same thing. Okay, excellent. This should fix it. Void is, yeah, I know. But I like to use words, you know. That's why I have mop twice. I like to vocalize my thoughts. No, I don't, I'm not really sure what the advantage of using either is. Good final hours of the day. Bye bye.